can you say goodbye? How come we just can't try? Knock down the walls and before it all falls into pieces upon the floor. Since we don't talk no more, can't choose right, surrender the fight, and I can't let go. I don't wanna lose what I thought we had, and I just won't go unless that makes you so sad. And I'm so confused, thinking about what could have been, not fight for you. But now I'm on the outside looking in. Take it all away, take the pain and the sorrow, take it all away. A brand new tomorrow, take it all away. Take it, don't know what I'll do. Take it all away. Feel the words that are so deep. Take it all away. Now the promises I couldn't keep. Take it all away. I don't wanna be without you. Take it. I never meant to hurt you. How can I say to you, you just don't want me to? Words that don't rhyme. I guess there's a time when we'll move on and look ahead. Rather be here instead, right next to you. Well, I guess that we're through. Yeah, I can't let go. I don't wanna lose what I thought we had, and I just won't go unless that makes you so mad. And I'm so confused. Hey, switch it all off when the lights go black, and I feel so used, and it's ripping through my mind 'cause I want you back. Take it all away, take the pain and the sorrow, take it all away. Need a brand new tomorrow, take it all away. I'm the girl that I once knew. Take it, don't know what I'll do. Take it all away. Feel the words that are so deep. Take it all away. Now the promises I couldn't keep. Take it all away. I don't wanna be without you. Take it. 'Cause I never meant to hurt you. Love is priceless, sometimes darkness, and if you make it, might be timeless. So sad, I guess it's a fine mess, and all I know is now I'm loveless. Take it all away, take the pain and the sorrow, take it all away. A brand new tomorrow, take it all away. I'm the man that you once knew. Take it, don't know what I'll do. Take it all away. Feel the words that are so deep. Take it all away. All the promises I couldn't keep. Take it all away. I don't wanna be without you. Take it. 'Cause I never meant to hurt you.
Hey, this is EAJ Man from Autopsy Live and Skype Pirates. When I want to make it look like I give a shit about sports, I tune into Sportsworldradio with Jeff Eskow.
Looking for the inside track on everything sports? You've come to the right place. Welcome to Sports World Radio, the fastest 2 hours of sports talk on the internet with your hosts, Jeff Eskow and Elliot Big E Lomba.
What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing today? Glad you all could be here. This is Sports World Radio. I am your host, Jeff Eskow. We got a big show for you planned. Lots and lots to get to. I want to let everybody know right off the bat, unfortunately, our guest today won't be showing up, but he will be in next week. He had a little conflict. We dealt with that. He'll be in next week. But just to let you guys know, Wednesday we do have John Marks for the Eagles coming in, Jacob Klinger for the Steelers coming in, and Kevin Duffy from the Patriots coming in this week. So get ready for that. Let's get all the particulars out of the way, and then we'll get on with the show. We do Sports World Radio each and every Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. on the East, 3 p.m. on the West. If you live in the mountains, figure it out for yourself, because I sure as heck don't live there, so I don't really care. Follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/sportsworldradio. That's facebook.com/sportsworldradio. Follow us on, or like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/sportsworldradio. Twitter.com/sportsworldradio. Tell a little bird if you like what you're hearing. Tell your aunt as well. Thank you for listening to the replay. For all you guys that listen to the replay, we really appreciate your time by doing that as well. Like I said, each and every Monday through Friday, right here on the Blab channel, blab.im, and on sportsworldradio.com. And you could also catch the replays on sportsworldradio.com. With all that being said, what do you say? Hey, we bring in our co-host, Elliot Big E Lamba. What's up, buddy?
What's going on, Jeff? How you doing?
Good, buddy. How are you?
Not 100% today, but you know what? I'm here for you. I'm here for our viewers, and I'm gonna do what I can. The show must go on.
You play hurt like some other people I know.
Unlike some other people.
Correct. Unlike some other people we know. Correct.
Well, I'm gonna give it my best. As I said. So. Here we go. That's
right, Morgan. That's right. Hey, I want to thank everybody for hanging out in the room with us right now. We got Morgan, we got Christoph, we got Jamie, we got Brett, and we got Christine. Thank you guys for hanging out with us here on Sports World Radio. And don't forget, for everybody hanging out over there on sportsworldradio.com, thank you for listening to us as well. And also on the Blab channel. Thank you for listening to us over there as well.
Well, Jeff, over here in Bradenton right now, it is 6:06 p.m. That's out here on the East Coast in Florida. It was kind of weird day today. When I got up today and I went out, it was raining. It was pouring pretty much. And
really,
partway through the day, it was just so gloomy, I decided to lay down for a while. Got back up, go outside, and it's blue skies and sunny.
That's Florida for you, though, ain't it?
So, yeah, it was a typical Florida day today. The weather got up to, or is currently at 82 degrees. And again, we're partly moony.
Partly moony. Welcome, Josh. Yeah.
So
partly moony. I love that. But that's Florida, man. That's how it is out there.
And now at 3:07 p.m. Western, what you got going on out there?
3:07. It's in the middle of the afternoon, for Jiminy Cricket's sakes.
Well, how's
Guess what? I just woke up like 2 hours ago, man. You know me. I go to bed late, sleep late. I just woke up about 2 hours. The weather. I missed the day, so when I woke up, the weather was sunny. It was when I went to sleep last night, it was pouring raining last night.
It must still be pretty good, though, because you're wearing short sleeves.
Yeah, I'm wearing short sleeves. It's kind of windy outside. It's got a little brisk in the air. Okay. I say right now, I'll check the weather. I'm thinking it's like right around 70 with a slight breeze. Oh, actually, I'm wrong. It's 64 degrees. With a 13-mile-an-hour wind. Not bad. It feels kind of nice outside. Yeah, I'm still wearing short sleeves. I hardly ever wear long sleeves. Except at nighttime, I put the sweatshirt on just to keep warm. But during the day, it's short sleeve weather out here. I'm not wearing shorts today, though. I have my sweatpants on. I'm not wearing shorts today.
Yeah, you crack me up when you wear that damn beanie. I'm like, he's sitting in California wearing a beanie. What's that all about?
Hey, dude, at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning, when it was 38 degrees, cold.
Okay. So, who we got in the room?
We got Morgan, Christoph, Jamie, Brett, Christine. That's who's hanging out in the room right now. There'll be more people and a +1. So whoever the +1 is, thank you so much.
Welcome.
What's the first topic of the day, my friend?
Well, you know what? Breaking news in the NFL. Andrew Luck out 2 to 6 weeks with a lacerated kidney. Andrew Luck's roller coaster season has taken a turn for the worse. The Indianapolis Colts announced Tuesday that Luck will miss 2 to 6 weeks with a lacerated kidney and a partial tear of an abdominal muscle. The team says the injuries will not require surgery and a full recovery is expected.
Wow.
So, I mean, this is pretty huge news, especially for Colts fans. I know we have one that usually shows up in the room, Michael, right?
Yeah, Chef Michael. He'll be around sooner or later. We'll have to bust his chops on that one.
That's a tough blow for Indianapolis because you know what? They showed life actually Sunday against the Broncos.
Yeah.
Andrew Luck looked like his old self again, the way he played the game. And I guess it was a play in the fourth quarter. And it was early in the fourth quarter, and he actually gutted it out, whatever it was, and then moved on and played the whole game.
Right. He played the rest of the game, but obviously the injuries are bad enough where he can't play no more.
Yeah, absolutely. He's out 2 to 6 weeks.
How do you lacerate your kidney?
Well, I mean, that's the second one that I've heard of because Keenan Allen is out for the season with the same injury.
Exactly. How the hell does that happen?
I think what happens is when you make impact with the ground or something, when your ribs might push into your kidneys and cause a laceration. So
okay. I'll buy that.
Yeah. So I mean, it's a rough injury, I know, but how's he out just 2 to 6 weeks and Keenan Allen out for the rest of the season?
Because maybe Keenan Allen's was worse than.
Yeah, that's what I'm gathering.
Yeah, maybe a rib actually punctured that damn thing.
Well, I mean, lacerated doesn't sound any better than puncture. I mean, if you're going to slice somebody or stab somebody, it's still going to hurt. It's still going to bleed. You know what I mean? I don't think there's much of a difference there. But here's where the question comes in. Now with the status of Andrew Luck up in the air, what does this do now to the AFC South?
Hasselbeck is going to be in control of that team now, correct?
The worst division in the NFL.
I don't know if it's the worst division in the NFL. The NFC East is putting up a pretty good fight with that.
Yeah, but everybody in the AFC South has a losing record.
Okay.
So it is the worst division in the NFL.
Okay. And just Jacksonville. Is Jacksonville in that division?
Yeah, you know what? Jacksonville is now officially back in the playoff hunt.
Oh, God. Jacksonville's in that division, ain't they?
Hey, you know who else is in the playoff hunt? The Texans and the Titans.
Jesus criminy, man. Unbelievable.
Exactly. That's what Andrew Luck's injury has created now. It has created an opportunity. You know what? Of the three teams, I believe Jacksonville.
Oh, God.
Jacksonville or Tennessee, because what Mariota did coming back, I know it was against New Orleans, but it was in the dome.
I would rather see Tennessee than I need Jacksonville to go less 8-8. Come on, man.
I know why you want to see that because Bortles.
Well, not only that, I made a bet at the beginning of the football year with somebody. They told me that Jacksonville was going to be better than 8-8, and I said, no way.
So from what I'm seeing here, the injury occurred in the fourth quarter. Again, Luck stayed in the entire game. Luck's just been having a really bad season, luck-wise. No pun intended. He just hasn't had any luck this year.
I know. And no luck for the luck man at all this year.
No luck for the luck. So
no luck for the luck this year.
It's pretty amazing because, again, now that opens up a whole new landscape for the AFC South and which team will come out of that division.
You know what? You want to know something? I'm okay with Jacksonville winning the division at 7-9. I'm fine with that.
Well, you know.
I win my bet. I'm okay with that.
Okay. Well,
I'm okay with them winning at 7-9, but not 9-7. I needed to be 7-9.
Jamie Mesner has a question in the room real quick.
Yeah, I know. I got Morgan's question up here first, though. Let's get this one done.
Thoughts on Wes
Welker? Yeah. Thoughts on Wes Welker?
And Nick Foles is still the quarterback.
Correct. There's your answer.
Is Big Ben out for the year? No, actually, you know what? There was a story on that today that Big Ben is not ruling himself out against the Browns on Sunday.
Yeah, just because he's not ruling himself out, don't mean he's playing. Okay, he's not going to have the last word, and you know that as well as I do. It's going to be freaking the doctors.
Well, for the sake of Jamie's question, I would imagine that if he's taking that kind of a stance, I don't think he's going to be out for the year. So.
Right. I would gather that as well with that kind of stance right there.
Yeah.
But he's not going to make the decision. The doctors are going to make the decision.
Right. Absolutely. I mean, in the end, the team makes the decision because they're the ones that write the paycheck.
Right. Hey, Rich. Right.
And
exactly.
The next question is from Morgan.
Oh, yeah, from Morgan. That's right. We got another one from Morgan here. Will Bortles make the playoffs and prove why he's elite?
Well, he may make the playoffs.
I'm okay with them making the.
It's not going to be because he's elite. It's going to be because he's in the AFC South.
I'm okay with them winning the division at 7-9, as long as they don't go 8-8 or 9-7. I'm okay with that. So they can win the division at 7-9. I give a hoot.
Hey, Fireman Rich, welcome.
You know what I mean? I can give a hoot. I want that. As long as they ain't 8-8 or better, I'm cool. So they win the division at 7-9. More power to Bortles, but he's not going to win a playoff game.
I know you got a stake in it. I
got a big stake in it, a nice steak dinner in it.
I didn't intend to pun there either. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I took the pun. Don't worry.
There you go. You
know. Well, that's what we're talking. We're talking some football today.
Well, the South is definitely up for grabs.
Yeah. And Morgan is so happy right now.
Oh yeah, he's giddy right now. He's like a teenage girl at a prom right now.
Yeah, that Andrew Luck is down and Blake Bortles is gonna. I bet you when he comes in for our NBA talk, the first thing he's gonna say is Blake Bortles is gonna win that division.
Yeah, well, he probably would. He'll definitely do it now that you put it out there. But hey, you know what? Happy Morgan is cool with me. So. I'm good.
What are they sitting at?
Oh, Jacksonville?
Yes. What's the record?
Well, let's take a look. The standings right now show that Jacksonville is at the 2-6, tied with Tennessee.
2-6.
But you know what? They're only one game back in the loss column.
2-6. That's disgusting.
They're only one game back in the loss column.
Yeah, but they're 2 games lost in the win. The 2 games back in the win column.
No, they'll make that up this week if they win because the Colts are off this week.
Oh, okay.
So that difference is going to.
You threw that word if out there. If they win.
You know, hey, it seems to be a word that everybody wants to throw out there.
Who they playing? Who they playing?
This week they're playing at the Baltimore Ravens.
Oh God, they could win that game too.
Well, yeah, I really believe they could because Baltimore has no defense.
That could be a coin flip game right there.
And their offense is sketchy at best.
I'm gonna put a B on this side for Bortles when I make that pick. I'll put a B on this side for Bortles when I make that pick. Okay.
Well, we're going to be making those picks later on in the week on Saturday.
Yeah. Saturday night on our NFL Real Talk show every Saturday night during the season, 6 o'clock on the West, 9 o'clock on the East. Join us right here on Blab.
And Thursday night, we'll cover the tilt that's going to go on between the Bills and the Jets over in MetLife, where Rex Ryan returns to the scene of his crimes.
Where both teams will be wearing the ugliest uniforms I've ever seen in my life.
Well, have you seen those Bumblebee uniforms that the Steelers wear? Come on now.
That gang green. I feel like we're going to be watching a stoplight on Thursday night. Red and green.
And like I've said, the only thing that would make it appropriate is if they dress the officials in yellow.
They should. Well, you know what's going to make it appropriate? When we see a yellow flag on the field.
Or make them wear yellow hats.
There'll be a yellow flag on the field, which means slow down, bitches.
Well, that's exactly what it would mean. Yeah, so, I mean, again, now the AFC South is totally wide open. Anybody can win it. You can actually have Blake Bortles win the division. You can have Brian Hoyer win the division. You can have Matt Hasselbeck win the division, or you can have Marcus Mariota win the division.
Wow.
I take Mariota in that bunch.
Mariota. Me too.
Seriously.
I would rather see Tennessee win it than Jacksonville, to tell you the truth. Okay?
I like Mariota.
That's what hey, come on. I would just rather see Jacksonville win it than Tennessee win it than Jacksonville. Then I don't have to listen to Morgan. Then I don't have to hear what Morgan has to say.
You could put the Bortles talk to sleep, right?
Exactly. Once the playoffs start and Bortles ain't in the playoffs, I don't have to listen to Bortles no more for the rest of the year from Morgan.
Next story up in the NFL, Broncos.
You know what, Fireman Rich? I agree with you. Football is a damn game. It ain't a fashion show. What the hell are you doing with the damn uniforms? Come on. It's disgusting crap.
Hey, that's what Nike does, man.
Well, they're terrible. Terrible. Like Charles Barkley would say, terrible. Okay?
Horrible.
I can't stand it. Stop it already. Stop. Just play with your regular uniforms, and that's it. Basketball is starting to do that too, and it's starting to piss me off also. Playing in short sleeves. What the hell is that all about? Exactly.
The next story. Get past the uniforms. I'm watching the game. And that's a good response there, Fireman Rich.
It's hard to watch the game with those ugly uniforms.
The game is going to be a good one. And like I said, we're going to talk more about it on Thursday night. But I look for, you got Buffalo now with all their offensive players back, playing against what appears to be statistically the number one defense in the NFL, right. Although I would question that over their last two games. It's a division battle. And quite honestly, it's a battle for second place in that division? Mm-hmm. Because it seems like New England's going to run away with that.
Yes, they are. They're 8-0 right now. Jets are the closest to them.
It's a big game. So. It's a huge game, despite the tasteless attire they will be using.
I don't know how people are going to watch that, man. You know what? I wish I had a black and white TV to watch that game in.
Black and white.
I wish I had a black and white TV to watch that game. Yeah, but that's
just listen to it on the radio.
You know what? That might be a good idea.
Find the radio station it's on. And
actually, you know what's a better idea? I'm just going to stay in the studio that night because I don't have it in the studio, so I won't get to watch it.
There you go.
That's even a better idea.
There you go.
It's on the NFL Network, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't get the
NFL.
If
you don't have a digital subscription to cable, you won't get it.
I have a digital subscription to cable. I just don't have
a box
inside
the studio.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. So that's cool. Then I don't have to watch that crap. I won't be forced to be subject to looking at that bull crap. Exactly. Way to go, Christoph. Thank you. That's what you should be watching the game in. Black and white TV right there.
That's good. That's
what you should be watching.
Okay, moving on to the next story. Broncos cornerback Aqib Talib's adventures in eye poking on Sunday against the Colts will result in a suspension. The NFL notified Talib he has been suspended without pay for this Sunday's game against the Kansas City Chiefs for his eye poke of Colts tight end Dwayne Allen. The NFL said Talib violated safety-related playing rules with the action. Mike Cleese of NBC9 in Denver first reported the story. Talib lost his appeal of the suspension on Tuesday, and he won't be playing this Sunday versus the Kansas City Chiefs in what is a division rivalry game. And, there's no telling with that particular loss. What an idiot. Aqib Talib. Yeah.
Sure.
And then he says it was an accident.
What are you, a 3? I like it. Wait. Christoph, that's a great gif, dude.
And then he had the nerve to say it was an accident.
I thought he thought he was one of the Three Stooges. That's the Three Stooges move, poking the eye.
Yeah. And the thing is he wasn't even involved in the discussion. It was Allen and it was Von Miller. He just came over, walked straight up, and just poked them in the eye.
I like the fact that he denied it. Right? Well, he tried to deny it. I like it. Deny
or not, but you know what? You can't deny something that's in plain sight on camera, dude.
How about that?
Sorry.
No, I didn't do that.
He ain't working no Jedi mind tricks on nobody over here.
I didn't do that. I didn't poke nobody in the eye. Oh yeah, it's on camera right there, buddy.
Yeah, well, so I mean, in the heat of the moment, you just cost your team an important cog in their defense, going up against a division rival in the Kansas City Chiefs.
Oopsie!
And if the Broncos wind up losing that game, the following week, or in a couple weeks, they're going to wind up playing New England as well. If they start losing a couple games here and there, the Broncos could find themselves in a little bit of a hot situation.
Josh McCown to start as long as he is healthy enough?
Yeah, that's what was reported. I spoke to you about that earlier before the show. Mike Pettin has said that Josh McClown will be the starter as long as he's healthy. But isn't that like vague? Of course he's going to start if he's healthy, you idiot.
Unbelievable. Yes, a Chicago Cubs fan, sure, if you want, sure. He asked if can we
fire
go on
air fire Mike Pettin.
Unbelievable. Morgan doesn't like that.
Not in the least.
Give me Bortles and Johnny. Look at him. Oh my God. Jesus. He's on that Bortles and Johnny train so hard, it's driving me bananas.
That new law firm, Bortles and Manziel?
Yeah, Bortles, yeah. Manziel and Bortles, attorneys at law. That's what they should do instead of be playing football. Manziel and Bortles, attorney at law. Hey, Terrence. That's what they should do instead.
Hey, Terrence, what's up, buddy?
That's what they should do instead. They'd probably make a hell of a lot more money. Okay. Chicago Cubs fan is asking, has Revis truly been a shutdown corner this year?
I don't think so.
Not really.
You see what Amari Cooper did to him a couple of weeks ago out in Oakland. He's been suspect as far as I think Revis Island is kind of halfway sinking into the ocean because
Father Time's
nobody seems to be Father Time is undefeated, so he might be calling his card right about now.
It's not so much an island anymore as it is.
No. At this point, it's what, a bump in the water. Yeah, I don't know what you would call it.
Not so much an island anymore. It might be just maybe a piece of land.
No, and New England coming in. Revis is with the Jets, but with Tyrod Taylor and Sammy Watkins is a good wide receiver. His problem is he hasn't been able to stay healthy.
Correct.
And always with Tyrod Taylor back there running around for the Bills, anything is possible because that guy can extend a play. He can make a play. He can take over a game at any moment with his legs alone.
Chicago Cubs fans has Watkins going against him on Thursday. He has Watkins on his fantasy team. Hey, all you guys
Watkins going against him?
Yeah, all you guys that play fantasy football, I'm working on bringing a fantasy football guy on the show next week. I'm working on it. So hopefully we'll get a fantasy football guy in here and we'll talk fantasy football for all you fantasy football fans.
And I'd be happy to answer any fantasy questions because if you all don't know, some of you probably already do, I am a commissioner of my own fantasy football league on myfantasyleague.com. And I've been playing fantasy for the last 15 years, so I love it. I love it to death. Just a
quick reminder, upcoming this week interviews. Tomorrow's show, we have John Marks talking Eagles football, Jacob Klinger on Thursday talking Steelers football, and on Friday we have Kevin Duffy talking Patriots football, all coming up this week.
Morgan just threw in the room that the FanDuel and DraftKings are getting shut down in New York City.
Wow.
Actually, that already happened in Vegas a week ago.
Yeah, they already shut them down in Vegas. Hey, Michael, what's going on, buddy?
So if you're in those cities, you won't be able to participate in daily fantasy football anymore.
So that's going to piss off Mike and Mike because they play.
Yeah. Although they're in Bristol, Connecticut.
Correct. But who knows if Connecticut.
They're not in New York City. It's just in the city alone.
Just in the city? So if you live in upstate New York, you could still play?
I haven't gotten that far. All it says in the report is in New York City.
Because I was raised in upstate New York, so hey, I'd just go.
So I don't know how the logistics work on that.
I guess go to my buddy's house in upstate New York and just use his freaking computer and make the bets. There's always a way around it. I'm sure it has to do with IP addresses and all that technical stuff. So they'll find a way. They already did it in Vegas. Yeah. You can't participate in those fantasy platforms anymore if you're in those two cities. Well, so it ain't gonna bother me because I don't play fantasy football or fantasy sports anyway.
Yeah, I don't play the daily ones. I mean, to me, it's just throwing money away.
Yeah, I don't. It don't matter to me.
But I do.
Holy.
All right. According to Terrence Post, Attorney General Eric Schneiderman is considering preventing New Yorkers from playing daily fantasy sports. If you're like us and you believe that daily fantasy sports is fun, entertainment, and a game of skill, click here and you moved it on me. And let him know that New York has bigger challenges than fantasy football. Send the Attorney General a note telling him you oppose any measure that would restrict your ability to play the fantasy sports in New York. Fantasy sports build community, and now it's time for didn't finish. But go ahead and click. Oh, is ESPN crazy? For what?
Fitzpatrick ahead of Tom Brady. Is that what they're doing? Quarterback ranks Ryan Fitzpatrick ahead of Tom Brady.
Oh, no. Really? Even with two healthy hands, Ryan Fitzpatrick is not. No. That's blasphemous. Somebody over there is a serious Jets fan. That might have came from Greenberg, actually.
Well, this was posted by Michael David Smith today. In 2015, one stat that Ryan Fitzpatrick is better than Tom Brady is ESPN's quarterback rankings for this season have Fitzpatrick third in the NFL with total QBR of 76.7. Brady is fifth with a total QBR of 73.9.
Chicago Cubs fans, the answer to your question will be Matt Hasselbeck. He's the backup, and I guess he'll be stepping in for Andrew Luck.
That's why ESPN is full of crap.
Yeah, it's crazy, dude.
ESPN is full of crap.
Well, some of their shows are pretty full of crap too. But,
okay, yeah, especially the one with Skip Bayless on it.
Oh, Skip Bayless. What a joke that guy
exactly.
is. Oh, my God.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's see what else. Anything else good in the NFL today? It looks like ex-Cowboys running back Joseph Randle, who was released by the Cowboys amidst the off-the-field hijinks. He was suspended officially 4 games by the NFL.
Won't be getting picked up by nobody anytime soon, will he?
Yep. And in the injury report right now, it looks like for Thursday's game, LaShawn McCoy's status is up in the air. He did suffer a shoulder injury in the fourth quarter in the game against Miami on Sunday.
Hey,
so
Richard.
We'll have to look out for that if you're a LaShawn McCoy owner in fantasy football. Make sure you keep an eye on that because it is a Thursday game. And it's an injury, so chances are they might limit him, especially since Carlos Williams is back. So
hey, Brett, I like that stat you put over there. Rivers has got 3,033 yards, Breeze 2,763, and Brady 2,709. Yeah, who's got the better record of all three of them?
Mm-hmm. And besides, who's got? I mean, if you look at that, the only team on there that doesn't have a running game at all is Phillip Rivers, San Diego Chargers. I mean, they have Danny Woodhead, but he's not really running game.
So hard to watch last night.
You know, he's more of a, you hand it to him and then you throw it to him. He's a multifaceted back. It's not a true runner, basically. So, the running game the lack of a running game forces Rivers to throw a lot more than anybody else.
Correct.
And it does help that he did throw 503 yards on the Green Bay Packers in one game. So, that kind of padded the stats a bit, as well. But, so that's the news in the NFL for today. Actually, interesting today was a discussion because the New England Patriots are playing the New York Giants this week at MetLife Stadium, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's a pretty big game for Giants fans.
Yeah.
Not to mention for New England fans as well, because the Giants managed to embarrass them 2 Super Bowls, the last 2 Super Bowls that they played against each other. I know in the regular season the Giants have gone up there a couple times since and lost. They haven't beaten them in the regular season as regularly, but we all know what happened in those 2 Super Bowls. And I really think that, these Skippy quotes that I came across today really have a lot to do with the fact that he still holds a grudge against the Giants and Eli Manning.
I'm sure he does.
Having the audacity to beat his New England Patriots and Tom Brady.
Tough crap. Hey, Motowana, or Moto, or however you pronounce your name, thank you for being here. We appreciate it. Ramon, and thank Christopher for coming on in. I you know what? I don't mind if we see a Brady Eli 3 as long as the outcome is the same.
Yeah.
I don't mind that. As long as Brady, I'm okay with that.
As long as Eli closes his eyes at the end of the game and throws a pass somewhere that somebody will catch. That'd be fine with me too.
Yeah, I'm okay
because
with
you know
that.
what? Those are 2 Super Bowl rings that Tom Brady doesn't have.
That Eli does have. Right. I'm okay with that. I think that would piss off. See, I think the more person that would be madder would be Eli's brother Peyton.
Well, yeah, because it doesn't. I don't know. I think this is Peyton's last chance to win a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
To tie a last chance to tie his little brother,
which ain't gonna happen. Ooh, he froze. Which ain't gonna happen.
And that's not gonna change history at all. You know what I mean? So, but
you
anyway,
froze up on me. Say that. You froze up on me again. Say that.
I said I don't think it's gonna change anything at all. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Is it on your end or my end? Because
no, I don't know. I can hear you now. Yeah, you froze for a couple of seconds there. You're good now.
All right. So anyway, Skippy this morning caught on to that conversation with Stephen A. Because Stephen A. likes to stick it to Skip Bayless a lot. Okay.
Bring it.
He told Skip Bayless, that he believes that the Giants will pull out the game. Blah blah blah. But anyway. It came down to Skip, and he says, you know what I really find hard to believe? That the Giants are only a 7-point underdog at home this week versus the Patriots.
So? Only a 7-point? And they're home, and they're the underdog. Come on.
No,
Shut up, Skip.
No, they're the underdogs at home. That means that he thinks they should lose by more.
But he's crazy.
Okay.
Hey, Skip, let me
where
ask you a
works,
question.
where it works is when the home team is not favored. And they're the underdog. That means that you believe the road team is better.
Yeah. Okay. Whatever.
And the odds makers in Vegas think that the Patriots are 7 points better than the Giants this week.
Yeah. Whatever. Let me tell you something, Mister Skip Bayless. Okay. The last time they played each other, who won? The Giants did, didn't they?
In the Super Bowl.
Correct.
Yeah.
The last time they played each other before that in the Super Bowl, who won? Oh, that's right. The Giants won again. Hey, sit there and eat your porridge and shut up.
Well, he followed that statement up with this particular quote. It appears that the expert odd makers, for whatever crazy reason, are showing a little respect for your Giants, Stephen A.
Of course they are. They're going up against an 8-0 team, and nobody's going to give them any respect. Any team that faces the Patriots don't get any respect because the Patriots are undefeated right now. And that's the way it's been all year long. Correct?
Well, but Skip doesn't give them any respect whether the Patriots are undefeated or playing at 500.
That's because he's sucking damn Tom Brady's you-know-what.
I know he wants to have Tom Brady's baby.
Between the Cowboys and Tom Brady, Skip Bayless is, you know what I mean? I mean, if it's not Tony Romo and the Cowboys, it's Tom Brady and the Patriots. Make up your damn mind.
Yeah, he can't. Oh, and he'll sprinkle in a little Jay Cutler like he did last night.
Jay Cutler. Okay, great.
His guy from Vanderbilt. You know
His guy from Vanderbilt, Jay Cutler. Yeah, okay. Whatever. Okay. Let me see what he says. Let's hear what he says when the when the Bears go against the Patriots. Then we'll see him talk about Jay Cutler. Not.
Yeah, no doubt. Then he went on to basically try to trash Eli Manning. Eli Manning plays the game in a way that he will try anything at any time. If it blows up in his face, he doesn't care because his father is Archie Manning.
What the hell is his father got to do with it?
And his big brother is Peyton Manning.
So what?
Which he believes that's why Eli is emotionless and just moves on every play with like he doesn't care. Now I paraphrase the rest of that, but
yeah, I know. But you see, Eli Manning doesn't show any emotion whatsoever, does he?
Never.
And that's what you're supposed to do when you play and you're in charge of a quarter and team like that. You're not supposed to show emotion, show fear, show anything like that.
His belief is that he does that because he knows that, you know what, he can screw up all he wants and nobody's going to bench him. He's Eli Manning.
That's right. Nobody's going to bench him because Nesbitt is their backup.
The point is that he's claiming that if it weren't for his brother and his father, Eli Manning would be a nobody in this league.
Hey, Eli Manning's got more rings than his dad and his brother.
Combined.
So shut up. Combined. How about that?
Yeah, Skip just doesn't know when to pack it in and call it a day. So
unbelievable, man. You know what? I really hope the Giants beat the Pats. I really hope, because then what is he going to say?
You know what?
Huh? What are you going to say?
I can't wait to see that because you know Stephen A is going to unload one more time.
Watch this phrase. When the Giants beat the Pats, I'm getting up early Monday to watch that show.
And that's a sacrifice for him. I can tell you that right now. Okay.
That's right.
That is
I'm getting up.
That must be very important because he's getting up at what is it?
Because
7 in the morning?
7 a.m. Yeah. I'm going to be all over Twitter that when it happens too. All up in your face, Skip. So you better hope and pray it don't happen. You better pray to the football gods it don't happen, because if it does, I'm coming after you.
Yeah, well, it just might. You know, I mean, I really believe that the game that the Giants just had against Tampa, yeah, they won, and the final score didn't indicate how close the game was. But I believe the game was only close because Eli was looking past the Buccaneers to this game against the Patriots.
And the Giants' secondary is a major problem right now.
Yeah.
So Brady could actually just tear him apart.
It wouldn't surprise me if it's a shootout, to be honest with you.
It wouldn't surprise me, and it wouldn't surprise me at all if Brady just abandons the running game and just tears him apart.
Well, I mean, now that he no longer has Deion Lewis, I mean, the running backs are LeGarrette Blount and Brandon Bolden. So, I mean,
well, Giants' running defense is so much better than their passing.
Well, especially with Pierre-Paul back, right?
So right. Yes, and not only that, and you know damn well that Bill Belichick is going to take Odell Beckham out of the game.
He's going to try.
Well, they're going to. They're going to take Beckham out of the game and force Eli to go somewhere else.
Well, I think Beckham might have a little something to say about that too. So that guy's a special.
Well, I hope so.
That guy's a special talent, dude.
I hope so, because you know Belichick, he'll nullify the biggest weapon that any team has. He'll take him out of the game and force you to beat you other ways. That's exactly how Bill Belichick plays football. With that case and statement there, they're going to take Odell Beckham out of the game.
But you see, they've done that before to Eli, and all he did was just throw it to other guys and burn them.
Right. Well, let's hope so. Because I'm telling you right now, their wide receiving core is thin. They got 3 guys hurt. They're thin.
Well, yeah, they've got who they got? They got Brandon LaFell.
He's hurt.
He's hurt again?
Oh yeah, all these guys are hurt, man. They were down to their 3rd and 4th string freaking wide receivers.
I was just reading a story about Brandon LaFell playing this week. So, I mean, when we get to that game, we'll find out more. We'll be talking about that game on Saturday night. And right now, I think we should just go ahead and get to our first update.
It's update time here on Sports World Radio. You're listening to Sports World Radio. This update is brought to you by The Flipper. Head on over to flipperflipper.com and get your flipper today and never, ever touch your toilet seat ever again. It's called The Flipper, and it's at flipperflipper.com. Take it away, Big E Elliott, with the first update.
Thank you, Jeff. Boys and girls, it's now 45 minutes past the 6 o'clock hour on this Tuesday, November 10th. 2015 for Sports World Radio. I am the co-host, Elliot Big E Lumba, bringing you the first SWR update of the day. First up is NFL action from last night, which takes us to San Diego. Zach Miller made a one-handed grab of a 25-yard touchdown pass from Jay Cutler with 3:19 to go, and the Chicago Bears beat the San Diego Chargers 22-19. Cutler, who overcame an interception return for a touchdown and a fumble to throw for 345 yards, calmly led the Bears on the winning 10-play, 80-yard drive after the Chargers had taken a 19-14 lead on rookie Josh Lambo's 22-yard field goal. Miller made a leaping grab with his right hand and scored. Rookie Jeremy Langford, subbing for the injured Matt Forte, ran in the 2-point conversion. Cutler's 2 TD passes broke the franchise record, giving him 139 with the Bears. He had been tied with Hall of Famer Sid Luckman. The Bears, now 3-5, snapped the 2-game losing streak and sent San Diego 2-7 to its 5th straight loss. In the NBA, Paul George made a pivotal go-ahead basket late and finished with 27 points to lead the Indiana Pacers to a 97-84 victory over the Orlando Magic. George scored more than 20 points for the 4th straight game and looked good as new after missing most of last season trying to bounce back from a horrific broken leg. His three-pointer from 27 feet with 5:51 remaining gave the Pacers an 83-81 lead. Indiana used a 19-3 fourth-quarter run to take the lead and pull away for its 4th win in 5 games. In Philadelphia, Nikola Mirotic had 20 points and 10 rebounds, and Pau Gasol scored 16 points to lead the Chicago Bulls past the Philadelphia 76ers 111-88. The Bulls played without Joakim Noah and still cruised to a 15-point lead in the first quarter that they eventually stretched out to 26. McDermott scored 18 points, Derrick Rose had 12, and the Bulls looked like title contenders against the woebegone Sixers. In Atlanta, Andrew Wiggins tied a career high with 33 points. Karl Anthony Towns added 17. And the Minnesota Timberwolves blew a 34-point lead before snapping the Hawks' 7-game win streak with a 117-107 victory. Atlanta never led until Paul Millsap's runner with 3:26 remaining made it 107-106. But Wiggins scored the next 7 points to prevent one of the biggest collapses in NBA history. In Denver, Emmanuel Mudiay last night did exactly what the Nuggets envisioned when they took him with the number 7 overall pick in the draft, as Mudiay put up 18 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 blocks, and those clinching free throws in a 108-104 victory over the Portland Trailblazers. Kawhi Leonard in Sacramento last night scored 24 points. San Antonio's bench produced 24 points during the 4th quarter, and the Spurs beat the Kings 106-88. The Spurs broke open a close game in the 4th quarter, outscoring Sacramento 34-19 to win their 2nd straight and 5th in 6 games since dropping their season opener to Oklahoma City. In Oakland, on a night Stephon Curry struggled with his shot, the Warriors got a boost from their bench to pick up the slack, much like they did last season when they captured their first NBA title in 40 years. Curry, who finished with 22 points, missed 5 of his first 7 shots and finished 7 of 18 from the floor while being held under 30 points for only the 3rd time this season. The reigning MVP also had 5 assists and 5 rebounds. Out in LA, J.J. Redick scored 6 straight points in the final 55 seconds to rally the Los Angeles Clippers to a 94-92 victory Monday night over the Memphis Grizzlies, snapping a 2-game skid in the process. Blake Griffin had 24 points and 12 rebounds for the Clippers during a back-and-forth game in which neither team led by more than 8 points. And in the NHL last night, one game in Anaheim, Max Domi scored twice, and Mikhail Botker scored 118 into overtime to lead the Arizona Coyotes to a 4-3 win against the Anaheim Ducks at the Honda Center. Ryan Getzlaf lost the puck in the neutral zone, and Betker broke away for the goal, ending the Ducks' 4-game winning streak and completing the comeback victory. This update was brought to you by the Flipper. Now, just imagine, folks, never having to touch your toilet seat with either of your hands ever again. Well, that's exactly what you'll have when you get your hands on the Flipper. For more information on this must-own sanitary device and to get one of your own, visit flipperflipper.com. Once again, that's flipperflipper.com. Once again, I'm your co-host, Elliot Biggie Lumba, on the show that delivers real sports talk for real sports fans. That is Sportsworldradio.com. Now, with all that said, this has been the first update of the day. Now let's get it back over to you, Jeff, for more of Sports World Radio.
All right, welcome back to Sports World Radio. We do the show each and every Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. on the East, 3 p.m. on the West. If you live in the Central, figure it out for yourself. On Saturday nights, we do our NFL Real Talk during the NFL season only. 9 p.m. on the East, 6 p.m. on the West. Everything on Blab and sportsworldradio.com and the blabchannel.com as well. All right, Big E, where we going next?
Well, it looks like we're going to venture into some NBA talk.
Yeah? Hey, Morgan, you want to jump on in for NBA
Morgan
talk?
still in the room?
I believe so, sure. Yeah. Morgan, jump on in. We'll do some NBA talk, have some fun with that. I haven't been able to watch too many NBA games lately. Hey, really quick, before we bring Morgan in, hang tight, Morgan. This show is brought to you by Professional Recording Studio Equipment.com. Everybody here on Blab, you're doing shows. You need professional mics, pop gear, all that good stuff. Head on over to Professional Recording Studio Equipment and get your stuff. And have your audio at least sound halfway decent, and they got great deals. So head on over there right now and get your audio equipment today at professionalrecordingstudioequipment.com. All right, Morgan, you can jump in now, buddy. Sorry about that.
Come on in, Morgan.
I forgot to do it at the beginning of the show. Hey, and nothing's written down. It all comes off the top of my head. What do you want from
There
my
you
life?
go. Hey, there's no expectations
Sometimes
here.
you forget. Sometimes you forget. Sometimes
Hey, guys.
you don't. What's up, Morgan? So did you enjoy your
was good, it
birthday
was good.
yesterday, buddy?
What'd you do? What'd you get?
What I get? I mean, I got my Apple Watch, and
You got
I got one of those on the weekend, and then
Yeah.
I got a cookie cake. That's pretty cool, and I got Fallout 4.
nice.
So I'm not, and I got a lot of money. So that's really it.
Right, and he got his Apple Watch. So
Oh,
he's
yeah,
happy.
he's
You'll
happy
see
with
him
the Apple
during
Watch.
the show doing one of these things.
Yeah. Well, he can't blab on there. He can't Periscope on the watch, right?
Not yet. Not yet.
It's coming.
But I'm sure when there's a way, he'll be doing it.
Well, all right.
Come
Here's
in,
the
Batman.
watch. I mean, you can't really see it, right? So but there's the watch. Yeah, there it is.
There you go. Wow, cool.
So hey, before we get into
there
the
you go.
NBA talk, Morgan, where are you with the breaking news now that Andrew Luck is no longer going to be available? With his lacerated kidney?
I'm done. I told you 2 games ago, I'm done with the Colts. How do you go out and beat the Broncos and then get injured? Like, what? I'm just done with the Colts. Like, they don't deserve to go anywhere. They should hang it up, retire, let Bortles go ahead and go in the playoffs.
Oh,
And
God.
Bortles gets a surprise dark horse, and they come and they win the Super Bowl, and everyone's happy. That's how I see it really ending. So, that just makes the
But wait a second. I don't know. I think Jeff might agree with me, but doesn't Tennessee look better than Jacksonville with Mariota?
Stop. I don't no, I don't care. I don't care what Tennessee does. I don't care what these other teams do. Jacksonville's going to win it out. I mean, Allen Hurns, I think he's injured, but it doesn't really matter. Bortles is going to make it happen.
Tennessee's going to win out. Tennessee's going to win that division.
Hey, if they play the way
right now, Jacksonville and Tennessee are sitting at 2-6. Both of them.
Doesn't matter.
One game behind in the loss column.
See, Michael, the thing is, like, the Colts did smack down the Broncos, but they failed against all the other teams they should have won against. So I don't really care. It doesn't really matter to me, and Luck's gone. So like I said, I'm done with the Colts. If they make the playoffs, they're going to get embarrassed. So let's just not put them in the playoffs. Let's just write them off. Have fun. You had a great season so far, but it's time for you guys to just calm down, sit down, wait till next season when you're healthy, and come back and play again. Let's just let Bortles get in the playoffs and win the Super Bowl, and let's go to the next thing.
Oh, what? What?
Oh, no, he threw Super Bowl out there.
He put Bortles and
In the
Super Bowl
same
right next to each other?
There we go.
Same sentence.
Oh, my God. You must have really got a good time on your birthday. That's crazy thinking.
Morgan's on something other than Fantasy
That's
Island.
just-
I can tell you that right now.
That's just
There you
nuts.
go.
Hey, David. That's just crazy,
Hey, look.
man.
I'm just telling you guys what's about to happen.
Are you serious?
No way. Bortles is not taking Jacksonville to the
Bortles
Super Bowl.
wins the Super
Not
Bowl.
going to happen.
Bortles wins the Super Bowl
Get the
headliners.
Morgan, you know what? I used to think so.
Morgan,
I
did
used
you
to think
know-
so highly of you, my young Jedi.
I'm just joking. I already have my teams that
You
are going
need
to
to
the Super
find your
Bowl.
way back. You
That
must
is
find
funny.
your way back to Master Yoda
I'm so
and
kidding.
retool your
Must be.
thoughts.
I am so kidding.
He must be in the movie Back
Jacksonville
to the Future or
will make the
something like
playoffs.
that.
They will make the playoffs, though. They're not going to win the Super
Not
Bowl.
if Tennessee has something to say about it.
Tennessee's not doing anything. They got a
Tennessee
new.
says that's a bunch. Tennessee that says that's a bunch of malarkey,
Well, Tennessee's on false hype. They're not going anywhere.
and
They're
that
not
comes
going
from their
anywhere.
coach.
That's right. That comes from their coach,
Yeah.
Coach Malarkey. He's full of it.
Get him out of here. We're done with him. We all know that Jacksonville's going to make the playoffs, but they're not going to go. They're not going to really go anywhere, so it's okay. But they'll make the playoffs. So
Okay. All right. Well, then let's go ahead and jump into some NBA talk. This just in, it appears that the Miami Heat have traded Mario Chalmers to the Memphis Grizzlies. The Grizzlies will send guard Bino Udrih, forward Jarnell Stokes, and a second-round pick to the Heat for Mario Chalmers.
Is Mario Chalmers worth all that?
no, that's the thing. He's not.
Yeah, it was 3 for 1 on Mario Chalmers, dude.
That's ridiculous. 3 players for that's
not.
ridiculous. For Mario Chalmers, who the hell does he think he is?
Well, not only that, but that saves that saves the Heat $2.5 million in salary and much more in tax, repeater tax.
That's why. Hey, Cleveland, maybe you should learn something from Miami.
So wait a minute, who's going to yell at Rio now? Because that's all they do in Miami is yell at his ass.
Yeah, all they do is yell at
Who's going to
Mario.
yell at him? Matt Barnes? Who's going to yell at him now?
Yes.
Matt Barnes
Where's Matt Barnes?
in Memphis.
Matt Barnes is in Toronto. Right? Is he in
Yeah.
Memphis or Toronto?
Memphis.
Memphis.
Is it Memphis? Yeah, Matt Barnes will yell.
Yeah, that's
Matt,
he-
hey, Matt Barnes will take out his frustrations on him instead of Derek Fisher.
So what do you think of that move? Because you are involved in the Miami Heat discussion all the time, since you did pick them to go to the NBA Finals.
Fantastic. I mean, it's Chalmers. Who cares?
Hey, don't say
about-
that, Chalmers.
Who
That's
cares?
why
about
Chalmers bailed you guys out a lot.
Oh my!
Chalmers bailed out Miami a lot.
Stop! It's just
You
Chalmers.
just never
This
got
is-
no credit for it.
This is highly irrelevant. They have Dragic now, so that's more relevant. They don't need Chalmers. That's the thing I'm trying to. They don't need Chalmers, so they're like, let's just get rid of Chalmers. We don't need him. Chalmers is probably already frustrated because he's not starting, and they traded for Dragic. So this move was already foreseen. I was just waiting for them to do that. So, I knew that was going to happen. So I think the whole move with Chalmers getting him away, that actually may help him out in the long run, because Chalmers did come up with some clutch plays down. I mean, he came up with a lot of good games down the stretch in the playoff series, but you have Dragic now, so it doesn't, Dragic is way better than Chalmers.
Yeah,
So
Dragic is better
Right.
than Chalmers, that's for sure. He's more consistent.
That's what Dan.
He's more consistent as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Question in the box: Kobe Bryant not playing, is that good or bad for the Lakers?
It's not good, but it's not bad. It's Kobe Bryant is a machine and an animal, and the fact that he can't come out and play the way he wants to play this season is going to mentally affect him because he always wants to be great. So I don't see it as a good or a bad thing. I think it's just part of what he's doing. I mean, Kobe as a top player right now is not going to be in discussion. The Lakers are not even a good team. They have a bunch of assembled people, but it's not even really a team. They're not really going anywhere. So him not playing, it's not a bad or good thing. They always said, he should have definitely taken a smaller amount of sum of money if he wanted to run for a championship again. I don't see this team winning any type of championship unless they make some crazy move. But him not playing, maybe they can see what they can do without him, but I don't really see it as a good or bad thing. It's just him not playing because he's just not playing well, and he's putting it on himself. So
right,
yeah, okay. Does that answer your question there, Brett?
I hope so, Brett.
Yeah, he's not playing.
And he said at the beginning of the season he wanted to play in every game. Yeah, lots of luck with that, buddy.
For the way he's playing, though, because I've noticed that Kobe Bryant has many more times than is even close to being usual for him has been passing up shots. It seems like he doesn't have the shooter's mentality going for him right now. Where how shooters when they miss they just keep shooting until they get it right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He's more like he misses and then he doesn't want to pass no more. He doesn't want to shoot no more. He's deferring to the young guys.
Hey, Brett.
Kawhi Leonard better than Carmelo Anthony?
Defensively, yes.
All around? All around or just
what is that?
At their strengths?
Defensively, Kawhi Leonard is a much better ball player than Carmelo Anthony, no doubt about it.
I don't know. In general, I believe that Kawhi Leonard is better than Carmelo Anthony. Right here on the spot, I will say that right now. And the reason I say that is because think about the people he's locked down. He's locked down LeBron, he's locked down Kevin Durant, and he's locked down Carmelo for the most part. If you look at them statistically, he has locked down those people, blocked them, and have stolen the ball from them on a consistent basis. So if you put Kawhi Leonard on any of them based on his length, his athletic, he makes it happen. Now he's he's sneakish. That's the thing. He gets sneakish stats. You see his stats? Mm-hmm. He had 38 points, 10 rebounds, 3 blocks, and
Kawhi
4
Leonard
steals.
Play basketball here in San Diego. He played for San Diego State.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
hey, just to piggyback on your statement, Jeff, about Carmelo Anthony not playing defense. There's women in the WNBA that play better defense than Carmelo.
Bet your sweet ass.
Yeah. At the end of the day, this is what it is. Carmelo's a fantastic scorer, but that's all I can really say here. Kawhi Leonard is an all-around player that you can build your organization around.
Yeah.
And he's not boastful. He goes out and does what he needs to do. He's still wearing braids for goodness sake. So at the end of the day, he comes out and balls out. He is better than Carmelo Anthony because he does everything on both sides of the floor, and it's consistent, and he does it on a quiet basis, so it's perfect for the organization.
Correct.
So I would consider that, Brett, to be an emphatic yes.
He is. He definitely is. Carmelo, like I said, is a scorer, and he's a beast, but Kawhi Leonard is just everything you want.
Right. Kawhi Leonard could shut you down. Carmelo doesn't do that. Kawhi, his wingspan is crazy. His wingspan is totally not for what his body. He's got the wingspan of 7'3" guy, and he's only what is he? Only 6.
He's like 6'8" or 6'9",
6'9". So yeah, he's got a huge, and he's got huge hands. He's a freakish little dude.
Yeah, he is.
And he does not complain. And he's kind of a shy guy, and he's not about me. Being in San Antonio was the best place for him to go.
And besides, he shows up in the playoffs.
Correct. And if I had a choice, if I was offered Carmelo or Kawhi Leonard to start a team, it would be Kawhi Leonard without even hesitating.
Hands down.
Right.
Yeah.
Hands down.
Right.
I'm picking Kawhi.
You'll get more.
hesitate.
You'll get more money. You'll get back more value on your money with Kawhi Leonard than you will with Carmelo Anthony.
Correct. And even though Carmelo plays for the Knicks and I'm a Knicks fan, I'm a Knicks fan.
Mm-hmm.
Not a Carmelo fan. I'm a Knicks fan. He just happens to play for them.
Well, good. What do they call that? A disclaimer there? Jeff?
Yeah. Oh no, but I've always been like that. I'm not, I'm a New York Knicks fan.
I hear you.
You know what I mean?
Okay, so let's cover really quick some of the NBA action from last night. Starting off with a game that Morgan probably has something to say about. The Orlando Magic visited the Indiana Pacers and lost by a final of 97-84.
Wow.
Did you catch that game, Morgan?
Yeah, I did. I caught it.
What Paul George look like?
Paul George is coming out strong. It's just the fact that he's the only facet of his team, and it's really sad to see that, without David West, without Hibbert, without Stevenson.
It's a totally different team.
It's totally different, and they would be actually the team to beat in the East if they had everyone there still, because their team was solid and they played hard against the Heat. And I don't think that the Cleveland Cavaliers team now is better than the Miami Heat team with LeBron on it. I don't think they're even close, because that Miami Heat team was ridiculous. I think the Cavs team's all right at best. So I'm going basically with those things, saying Paul George is still, he's going to be an all-star, because he's going to be Eastern All-Star. He's playing well. It's just sad to see that he doesn't really have a team to really go far with.
And that's really easy to say, because, the Heat made the NBA Finals 4 times in a row, won 2 of them. Mm-hmm. Okay, so, yeah, it's pretty easy to say that the Heat, with LeBron James was a better team than the Cavaliers with LeBron James. And I don't see Cleveland winning a title as long as they don't have a healthy Kyrie, a healthy LeBron, or somewhat healthy LeBron, and a Kevin Love. Mm-hmm. Mozgov needs to stay healthy. Also, right. Shumpert and what's his name? The Nut.
That whole team is not going to be healthy through the whole entire year. It ain't going to happen.
J.R. Smith.
Yeah. Well,
yeah. No. They're not going to stay healthy.
J.R. Smith, Mr. Inconsistent. Hey, John. Welcome to the
J.R.
I don't know. Yeah. What's up, John?
Mr. Inconsistent, J.R. Smith. That's, you know what? He should get that. That NBA should make an award for Mr. Inconsistent, and it should go to him.
Think so?
He's the most inconsistent NBA player I've ever seen in my life.
He won 6th Man of the Year, so someone must have thought he was consistent.
1 year.
One point, for one season.
Hey, you know what?
He got it.
1 year don't make a career. Hence Tony Romo. Okay? 1 year don't make a career. He had one good year. Big freaking deal.
Yeah.
Big stinking deal. He had one good year, J.R. Smith, and he got rewarded for it. And what has he done since then? Not a hill of beans.
Part of the problem that Orlando had last night is that they shot 39.7% from the floor.
That'll do it. That'll do it every time.
It doesn't help.
30.3 from three-point range. So, yeah, it doesn't help when your team is not sinking baskets. And, Indiana's definitely not cream of the crop in this conference anymore.
No,
but they're still a team to reckon with. If you're gonna be missing shots, they are gonna have a better than likely chance of winning when that happens.
Right,
they're sitting at the bottom of their division, Indiana, now.
Well, yeah, they're not good.
No,
I was watching. They're no longer going to be the Indiana Pacers that were contending against the Heat.
No. And the uniforms that they were wearing the other night were just freaking disgusting.
Oh, those hickory oh God.
Just disgusting. They should burn those things.
Looks like somebody lined them up and puked on them.
You guys hate the uniforms, man.
That was disgusting.
Awful, dude.
Are you gonna enjoy watching the game Thursday night, red and green? Come on, really?
the T-shirt, the uniforms for my junior high Catholic school that I went to had better uniforms for the basketball team than that.
That was ridiculous, man. We're not in the 1920s no more, okay? Get out of the Stone Age.
Man, I know. Next thing you know, somebody's gonna want to wear a Bumblebee jersey.
I know they're straight fashion police all day long with every single team. Hey, look, I like the switch up. I don't like seeing the same thing over and over again. Shout out to the NBA. Shout out to the NFL.
What's the deal with home teams wearing away uniforms and away teams wearing home uniforms on games? What's up with that crap?
In the NBA?
Yeah. Yeah, in the NBA.
Remember hockey used to have the home team wear white and the road team wear their dark road colors?
Hey, Hannah.
They don't do that anymore. They switched it a few years ago. Now the road team wears the home uniform.
That's bull. That's bull. Home team should wear the home uniforms and the away team should wear the away uniforms. The hell are you trying to confuse people for?
Well,
I don't know, man. It's a new league. It's a new era. Well, maybe they're not so confused.
It's confusing. Odd. It is confusing.
It was confusing to me at first. I think I've kind of caught on a little bit.
But they don't do it every game, though.
In hockey?
Oh, in hockey they do, but not in basketball. In hockey they do, but not in basketball.
Yeah, in hockey it's every game now.
Right. In hockey, I'm used to seeing it. In basketball, I don't need to see that. Just wear the regular freaking uniforms. Wear the normal uniforms, and when you're at home, wear your home uniform.
So then you must have really been ecstatic about the idea of putting advertising on the NBA jerseys.
No, I don't want that neither.
Stop. Oh, my. That actually shouldn't even be mentioned or talked about.
Well, it needs to be talked about.
No, they shouldn't do that.
It should be, do we want to do this? No. Next question. That's like, It should never be in consideration. If it happens, it's just going to ruin the sport.
Correct.
You think it's going to ruin the sport just because they have advertisements on their jerseys?
How about this? You want to really screw the sport up? You got the clear backboards, right? Put the advertising on the backboards.
Don't. If they start doing that, a lot of people are going to start missing shots, and they're going to start blaming. And
that'll really screw things up.
Missing shots?
Yes.
How does having an advertisement on your shirt affect your shooting ability?
You have to wear the shirt.
So you think that a professional NBA player is going to be so weak-minded that he's going to let a little advertisement on his jersey throw him off his game when there's superior athletes out there that are trying to do the same thing?
You have to wear a shirt, though. Most people don't like playing basketball in a shirt. They like having sleeveless.
But what if these players are getting concessions from
see, that's it. The players won't get the money from it.
They're not getting it.
No, but they might get concessions. They might get products.
I'm sure they will get free crap, but they're not going to get they're not going to get any of the money.
If the crap is good, free makes it better, right?
Well, I got a better idea.
Until you start missing shots, and then you don't get a contract next season.
How about this? I got a better idea for you. Put the advertising on the floor, on the floor, on the court.
And they have been doing that.
They already have that on the floor.
So then leave it on the court.
And all around the arena, too.
I know. What the hell you need to put it on the shirts for?
Because they do it internationally. Because they do it internationally.
So what?
And the game wants to become in tune with the international crowd.
No, this is America. Keep it on the floor.
If it ain't broken, don't fix it, says
That's
Brett.
Right. I like that, Brett.
This makes sense. Stop it now. It needs to stop.
Okay, let's move on. Last night, the Chicago Bulls pulled away in the second half to defeat the still winless Philadelphia 76ers 111-88. Did anybody catch that snooze fest?
No.
Do we really need to talk about that?
No, it was Monday night. Nobody was watching any basketball Monday night. Everybody was watching football.
It was a snooze fest.
Here's an interesting game. Last night, the Minnesota Timberwolves had a 34-point lead. 30 points at halftime.
And they lost.
No, they didn't lose. But they did go down in the fourth quarter by a point. But then Wiggins rallied them back, and they wound up winning by 10, 117-107. The game was 72-42 at halftime.
Really?
Yeah.
72-42 at halftime.
Hawks
Yeah,
came
and I remember because after the show last night, I had left the NBA scoreboard up, and I look over and I'm like, "Holy shit!" Minnesota is in Atlanta, and they're up by 30 at halftime.
get mollywomped.
They got smoked, but then they came back. It was almost an epic comeback.
Did you go to that game?
I wasn't at that game, but it was
Thankfully,
yeah, it was horrible. They ended up coming back and almost winning, but 72-40. I mean, yeah, they've been playing a lot of back-to-back games, but still, come on now.
72-42 at home.
Right, come on.
Wow,
That's
mollywop.
just ridiculous.
Definitely
That's
mollywomp to the max.
Mollywop.
Come on, dude. Get your stuff together.
They got mollywop.
As Gerald Spirit lurks in the room.
Yeah. Where is that guy?
I don't know.
The guy
Yeah,
always
He
I don't
won't
know.
show his head. Come on now. He lost a spread pick. He won't
Yeah,
show
I
his
know.
head until Wednesday night.
Yeah, I'm gonna be there Wednesday night. I'm gonna say, Gerald, you could PayPal the money to.
Too funny.
Okay, next up, the Portland Trailblazers traveled to the Mile High City yesterday to play the Denver Nuggets, and the Nuggets were able to defeat the Blazers by a final score of 108-104.
Wow, Portland Trailblazers.
What do you know about Emmanuel Mudiay?
I know that's a hard name. I know that's a hard
Mudiay.
name to pronounce.
I know
Mudiay,
about
right?
him because he's on the Pacers.
No, he's not.
Is he not? Is that the
He's
wrong
on the
person?
Nuggets.
No,
We're
he's
talking
on
about the
Denver now.
Nuggets.
He's on
No,
Denver.
because there's another player. His name is Eon
Look,
Mohamed, and he's on the Pacers. So I'm trying to let you know that they
Okay.
have these crazy, absurd names.
Actually, Mudiay was the number 7 pick overall this year by the Denver Nuggets.
He's been doing well. He's the point guard from the Nuggets. He's been doing well. He's been solid. I mean, that's really all I can really say. The Nuggets are just the Nuggets are a solid team. That Gallinari's back, putting in some movements, but I think the Nuggets are just one of those teams that has fallen off ever since Birdman, Melo, J.R. Smith. I mean, all those dudes were playing all on one team, which is Billups. That team was ridiculous. And then when they blew
Even
that
when
team
George
up,
Karl was the coach, right?
yeah, George Karl. That team was so good, but now it's like trying to get back there. They're trying to make it very fast-paced offense, going super fast now, and so he helps out that formation. But it's kind of just it's a whole different team, of course. So they're just still trying to get it all together.
Okay.
They have a bunch of nobodies on
Right,
that team.
like a Rodney Hood. Yeah,
Yeah.
Isn't J.J. Houston on their team?
The only person you're really gonna know is Gallinari.
Gallinari
Right.
is awesome.
Yeah, Kenneth.
Oh, and
Fareed,
Kenneth Fareed.
J.J. Hickson,
Kenneth Fareed.
Man-child.
Kenneth Fareed.
Gary
is
Harris, Will Barton, Randy Ford,
I know Randy
Darryl
Ford.
Arthur,
Yeah, it's
Nikolai Jokic,
completely switched up their team.
I don't know
Eric
anybody
Green. Yeah, you don't know any.
else.
I don't know any of
anybody
these
else on
guys.
that team. Okay,
Jameer
moving right
Nelson.
along. Next game up. Last night in Sacramento, California, the San Antonio Spurs defeated the Sacramento Kings 106-88. And interesting, we were talking about Kawhi Leonard just a little bit earlier. And Kawhi was the man that showed up last night and basically helped the the Spurs pull out that win in Sacramento. It was a tight game.
24 points.
It was a tight game throughout, and then the Spurs went on a run in the fourth quarter with help from their bench and basically broke the game open at that point. So,
Right.
yeah, 24 points.
He played the most minutes on the team too.
I'm sure he played the best defense that he's capable of playing on whoever he was guarding. The bench came alive. It was just a very good performance by Leonard throughout that game, and the bench rising at the end.
2 steals, 2 blocks.
He's too good.
He had 2 steals, 2 blocks, 24 points, 3 rebounds.
Solid player.
He was the high scorer on San Antonio.
Yeah, the Spurs broke open a close game in the fourth, and that was due to a 34-19 fourth quarter. So, I mean, it was a tight game,
right?
And but the bench, David West had 4 points. The bench just contributed. Duncan had 11 points, 14 rebounds. LaMarcus Aldridge had 16 points, 9 rebounds. Parker had 13 points.
Right.
And the Spurs shot 53%. So in the NBA, when you shoot 50%, you usually win.
Right.
Correct.
You could definitely win.
Correct.
So.
Correct. Hello, Leanne. How are you?
Okay, so moving on to the next game last night, Golden State. Detroit was looking really, really good, but then they ran into the Warriors.
Come on.
The Warriors.
14-point loss in Golden State for Detroit, 109-95. Did you catch
Golden
any of
State's
that?
still undefeated at 8-0, huh? Wow.
It's just
Yeah.
Wow.
All
Like,
that,
what? There's nothing
and all
to
that,
say.
hey, check it out. And all that with Curry having one of his worst games of the season, he only scored 22 points.
But someone else is always going to step up.
7 of 18
Klay Thompson
from
had
the
24
floor.
points. Klay Thompson had 24 points.
Yeah, no, they've got some people to pick up the slack.
Oh, yeah.
Klay Thompson.
Yeah, they're all set.
Barnes, Iguodala, Barbosa. I mean, they got players that could put up some points.
The only thing really to talk about Golden State is that they're doing this all without whatchamacallit, their head coach, Kerr. Walton's coaching them.
Walton's coaching them.
That proves.
But here's the thing.
But that proves to you that anybody can coach that team.
Anybody can coach that team.
Is that what
Morgan could coach that team and they'd still be 8-0.
Oh, God.
As long as they could put up with the owner having sex with the championship trophy, yes. Anybody can put
Right.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
Ridiculous in itself.
But you know what I mean? Anybody can coach that team. They don't really need a coach right now.
No.
They can just
Go
do
out
it
there by
until Kerr comes
themselves
back.
and be okay.
Right. Yeah.
Absolutely.
They've proven it so far, haven't they?
Especially when Curry could throw up a 3-pointer and high five the crowd all the way down to the other end and the ball goes in.
They've proved that so far, haven't they? They're 8-0 so far without Kerr.
They have.
8-0. And with a coach that has zero experience, like Kerr. But Kerr inherited a great team.
Correct. And
that's what made him a great coach.
Yeah, but he tweaked it a little bit.
Luke Walton could be a great coach with this team, as has been proven so far.
Because he doesn't have to
in the first 8 games of the season.
Y'all are hyping us up right now.
If Luke Walton was coaching a different team, he'd be in trouble. But it's Golden State. He doesn't have to do nothing.
Oh my!
If he was coaching Philadelphia, he'd probably shoot himself.
Morgan, you can coach that team from right there with your Apple Watch, and
there you go.
8-0.
From my Apple Watch, I could coach the Golden State Warriors to an undefeated
to an NBA championship.
Can I do the same thing with Jacksonville Jaguars and Bulls?
No.
They don't have an app for that yet.
Because they're not good. They're not good enough.
Oh my!
They don't have an app.
Good
They
enough.
don't have an app for that yet, Morgan.
I still think it's just the only coaching decision I see that Steve Kerr had to really make was when they had to do sitting down Iguodala and not making him the starter and not changing the season in the playoffs in the championship.
That's it, really. I think he's made more decisions than that.
I feel like that's the most important one, like game changer. It just seems that they're just such a well-run unit, and they know each other so well. And through the interviews that I've watched, they just know each other so well, and such a good team, and they actually like each other that they have such good chemistry that the coach doesn't need to do as much. That's not discrediting the coaches. I'm just saying they don't do as much.
Aside from that, all that talk, everything, this game came down to one thing. The Golden State Warriors' ability to run a fast break much better than the Detroit Pistons, as the Golden State Warriors outscored them on fast break points 35-13.
That's a joke.
22-point advantage on fast break points. And they won by 15. So,
wow.
Yeah, that's
ridiculous.
Wow.
Look, this is a team that can kill you from the outside, that could kill you running, that could kill you doing just about anything.
Anything, right.
Yeah.
Pretty much just about anything.
And forget about the free throw line because they're shooting 85% or better there too.
Right.
So
that's why I say Morgan.
You ain't intentionally shacking nobody.
House with his watch.
Ain't nobody getting shacked in Golden State.
No, I just feel like I feel like I feel like they have to. I mean, they have to have a solid coach. But if you guys think they're that good, that's what you're saying right now.
They're so good. They are that good. The trainer could coach that team.
They're the best team in the league right now.
By far. Yeah, the trainer.
They're the best team in the league right now.
The water boy could coach that
agree
team.
With that?
Oh, no, they are the best team in the league by far. By far.
As a matter of fact, you could put the Gatorade cooler. You could put the Gatorade cooler in the coach's seat, and they'll win the NBA title.
Stop.
I wouldn't
doubt it. Now you're getting crazy.
I wouldn't doubt it.
You're getting crazy.
I wouldn't doubt it. I'd like to see that, man. That'd be great.
Insane now.
Put a little tie on the cooler with some glasses on it.
I can't. If you're in the crowd right now, don't listen to this foolishness, guys.
Just keep the championship trophy away from it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. How great is that?
I can't believe I'm really hearing this right now.
And then have somebody work the lid as the mouth.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah?
Gracious. Oh my gosh. Really betting on this right now, really saying these things right now are completely ridiculous and out of.
Morgan, come on. If a cooler can win a championship with Golden State, you can too.
God.
Almost as ridiculous. Hey, that's almost as ridiculous as Blake Bortles winning a Super Bowl.
Correct.
I don't know. I feel like it's kind of the same thing.
Just to give you a little taste of the ridiculous side.
With Jacksonville, though. You got to add that in there. With Jacksonville. They ain't winning.
He could possibly win with another team. But with Jacksonville? No. Okay, and the last game in NBA action last night was between the Memphis Grizzlies, who we just spoke about. They just picked up Mario Chalmers, and the Los Angeles Clippers. That game ended 94-92. JJ Redick scored 6 straight points in the final 55 seconds to help win that game. Blake Griffin tossed in 24, grabbed 12 boards. The game went back and forth a lot, but in the end, they got ahead and they won. Where are the Clippers at right now? Because I know Memphis hasn't been playing really well, and the Clippers were at home, and Memphis made a game of it. So where you at? Where you at there?
Clippers. I don't like the Clippers' new logo. I think it's
so. Does that digress you from?
Yeah, I don't like their new logo, man. I don't like it at all.
I don't like their name.
What's going on there?
What's that got to do? Clippers. What's that got to do?
The Los Angeles Clippers?
Yeah, because they named it the San Diego Clippers back in the day because of the sailboats, right?
They were originally the Buffalo Braves.
Yeah, with Bob McAdoo.
Correct, and Randy Smith.
Yeah.
They were the original Buffalo Braves.
We're speaking a foreign language right now.
Before.
Morgan in the room.
Yeah, way before.
I have no idea what is happening.
Way before Morgan's time. This is in the 70s, dude.
Oh yeah, that's before my time. For sure.
I remember Bob McAdoo. Remember back then when Carvel had the poster and they gave away round coasters of the NBA players and you would paste them up to the poster? Bob McAdoo was one of my favorites.
I was at Madison Square Garden for a Buffalo Braves New York Knicks game, and Randy Smith was late and got caught in traffic and came dressed in his uniform, running through the crowd trying to get to the freaking run in the stadium in Madison Square Garden, running through the the alleyway, the concession stand place, the hallways, running through the hallways trying to get downstairs to the game and stuff. It was hysterical. People were stopping him and taking pictures. Like, I gotta go. It was freaking hysterical.
So
Buffalo Braves. So that's where That's where the Los Angeles Clippers originally started, was the Buffalo Braves, and they became the San Diego Clippers. And then they became the LA Clippers. So I always think of the LA Clippers as the Buffalo Braves.
I have no idea.
What'd you say, Elliot?
The association of it. I mean, the history of it. Buffalo, moving to San Diego, moving to LA. You know, it's
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Buffalo Braves.
I never really agreed with the name myself, except in San Diego, because that's about sailboats, right? Clippers, is that what they call them? Boats that are out there?
I don't know.
Something like that.
I guess.
But anyway, well, yeah, because they used to have didn't they used to have like a sail or something in their logo? Something to that effect.
I know. I remember the Buffalo Braves logo looked like a hockey logo.
So, from what you've seen of the Los Angeles Clippers so far, Morgan, what's your assessment on their hopes this season?
My whole thing on the Clippers stays the same every single season. They're a mental team, so are they going to be mental in the playoffs and actually close out the games? And as I always say, they will not. They're just the Clippers, and I just don't believe they're ever going to go anywhere. I don't really care how good they do in the regular season. I don't care who they beat. I don't care what they do. I don't care who wins the sixth man on their team, the MVP. I don't care. All that matters to me is the playoffs. When they get in the playoffs, they mentally lose it and they can't do it. You know, it's they have the players to do it, but will they do it? So that's how I always will see the Clippers until they prove me wrong in the playoffs.
Okay, well, that sounds pretty definitive. Morgan, thank you very much for that.
That's how I feel about the Clippers. I mean, that's what they do. They keep getting better roster wise every season, but they couldn't beat the Rockets. Couldn't beat the Rockets. The Rockets are not even that good. They should have won that series, and they didn't. So I am highly skeptical on everything they do.
No, I agree. They should have beaten the Rockets. I agree with you 100%. Hey, let's run to our final update. You ready,
sir.
Mr. Elliott?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's take it away to our final update. This update is brought to you by the Flipper. Head on over to flipperflipper.com and get your Flipper today and never, ever touch your toilet seat ever again. It's the Flipper, and it's at flipperflipper.com. Take it away, Elliot, with the last update of the day.
All right, thank you very much, Jeff. It is now 30 minutes after the hour of 7 p.m. here on the East Coast, which just happens to make it the 4 p.m. hour out west. For all you in the Central, Mountain, and Atlantic time zones, well, you know what to do. Figure it out for yourself, because that's not what I'm here to do. Now that we've cleared that up, here's the final SWR update of the day. Tonight's action on the hardwood in the NBA has the Utah Jazz, and that game is currently underway with 1:06 remaining in the first quarter. The Cleveland Cavaliers lead the Utah Jazz 25-21. The next game on the calendar, the Oklahoma City Thunder are visiting the Washington Wizards. That game is also underway, and you can catch that over on NBA TV. And right now, the Oklahoma City Thunder are up 34-23 in that game. Rounding out the NBA schedule, as a matter of fact, we have a couple games starting right here at 7:30. It's going to be the LA Lakers, Kobe Bryant, which will possibly be his last visit to South Beach, if he even plays. The Lakers are facing the Miami Heat tonight in Miami. The New York Knicks traveling up north of the border to Toronto, where they will face the Raptors. That game is also getting underway in the next few moments. And to round out the rest of the action, the Boston Celtics will be visiting the Milwaukee Bucks. The Charlotte Hornets visit the Minnesota Timberwolves, and the Dallas Mavericks will be taking on the New Orleans Pelicans. And now, hang on just a second, another little glitch here. All right, in the NHL tonight, lots of action, 12 games. The St. Louis Blues are currently underway with the New Jersey Devils. 6 minutes to go in the first period, no score. With 7 minutes, 40 seconds remaining in Madison Square Garden, the New York Rangers hold a 2-0 lead over the Carolina Hurricanes. In Philadelphia, the Colorado Avalanche lead 1-0 with 7:10 to go in the first period. Out in Columbus, the Blue Jackets and Canucks of Vancouver are tied at 1 with 9:03 to go in the first period there. In a pregame, the Washington Capitals are getting ready to hit the ice to face the Detroit Red Wings in Detroit. And also just getting underway, and that game is on NBCSN, is the Buffalo Sabres versus the Tampa Bay Lightning. And as well, one more game in tonight's action, the Calgary Flames are battling the Florida Panthers. This update was brought to you by the Flipper. Now, just imagine, folks, never having to touch your toilet seat with either of your hands ever again. Well, that's exactly what you'll have when you get your hands on the Flipper. For more information on this must-own sanitary device and to get one of your own, visit flipperflipper.com. Once again, that's flipperflipper.com. I am your co-host, Elliot Biggie Lumbo, on the show that delivers real sports talk for real sports fan. That is sportsworldradio.com. That does it for me and this final SWR update of the day. Now let us get back to Jeff for more of Sports World Radio.
All right, welcome back to Sports World Radio. Elliot and I do this each and every Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. on the East, 3 p.m. on the West. If you live in the Central, figure that crap out for yourself because I don't live there. All right? We're talking NBA talk. We got Morgan joining us, and we're talking NBA talk. Morgan joins us every Tuesdays and Thursdays in the second hour to talk NBA and also other sports because Morgan is a big sports fan like the rest of us. So why not have Morgan here? Right? So that's what we're doing. All right, we're in NBA talk. What else we got there, Mr. Elliott?
Well, this just came in on the wire. The Miami Heat announced today that Gerald Green has been suspended for 2 games for conduct detrimental to the team. He will begin his suspension immediately and miss tonight's contest versus the Lakers and Thursday's game versus Utah. He will rejoin the team on Friday.
Laughing already.
What do you know about this story, Morgan?
Gerald Green?
Gerald Green.
Yeah.
So I know. So my friend dated one of his like sisters or something like that, and you know, I heard some things about him. And so Gerald Green, just like the only reason he's in the league is to get money. He doesn't care about anything else. He's pretty much a thug from what I hear. So it's just funny because it doesn't really surprise me.
Wow.
Gerald Green, that light-skinned brother that played with San Antonio?
Gerald Green, dude. Not
Gerald Green?
No. That's
I'm thinking about somebody else.
That's somebody else. We're talking about Gerald Green.
That's Danny. That's Danny Green that plays for the.
No, Danny Green was never heard a soul. He's
my mistake, Danny Green.
Yeah.
Didn't mean to confuse you with a thug.
Gerald Green and Danny Green.
Okay.
2 different people.
Exactly. Hey, we're talking about thugs. Since we're talking about thugs really quick, I know we're talking NBA, but I saw this report earlier today. Ex-NFL running back Lawrence Phillips. Everybody remember Lawrence Phillips?
Yeah, what did he play, 15 minutes?
Yeah. Could face the death penalty.
What?
Yeah. How about that? Lawrence Phillips could face the death penalty. What? Former NFL running back Lawrence Phillips might now be facing the death penalty in an alleged killing of his former cellmate at California prison.
Another Ray Caruth.
What?
Crazy.
Do you know he's been in...
That's so
Phillips, 40, is already serving 31 years for driving his car into 3 teenagers and assaulting.
Dude, he's a freaking criminal, dude. That just, you know.
Wait, he drove? Wait, what?
Drove for driving his car into 3 teenagers and assaulting an ex-girlfriend. He's serving 31 years for that. Phillips has allegedly murdered his former cellmate, Damon Soward, in April, but claimed it was self-defense.
And you know what? If he gets out of jail, he can always get a job with Jerry Jones.
Yeah.
Always get a job with Jerry Jones. He's always looking for the thugs.
You can put him right next to Greg Hardy. Yeah. They can have a blast together.
Yeah. So once you mentioned thugs, I was like, "Oh, I got a perfect story for this." Yeah. So ex-running back Lawrence Phillips, who's already serving 31 years, could be facing death penalty for killing his roommate, his cellmate.
Was there any cause?
Tomato.
Was there any cause on
No,
it?
they don't. No, they don't say anything. They just say they just say that he says it was in self-defense, but investigations is showing that it wasn't self-defense.
Hey, we got some just off topic real quick. We got some Gold Glove outfielders named today. Left fielder Starling Marte of the Pirates, center fielder AJ Pollock of the Diamondbacks, and Jason Hayward of the St. Louis Cardinals.
Those are your 3 Golden Gloves for the outfield, huh?
For the outfield in 2015. Yep. Thanks for that, Brett. Appreciate it.
More
yeah,
baseball.
the awards are starting to come out now, huh? This is when the
quick
baseball
update
awards come out.
Quick update in the NBA in the second quarter, 10:32 to go. The Cleveland Cavaliers are holding a 30-24 lead over the Utah Jazz, and in the nation's capital, the Thunder of Oklahoma City, with 10:10 to go in the second quarter, lead the Washington Wizards 38-27.
Wow.
All of the NBA action is still not underway. So,
there's a lot of thugs out
where
there.
were we, gentlemen?
Thugs. Watch out
Where
for
were
the
we,
thugs,
gentlemen?
guys.
Oh, the
Yeah,
thugs.
the thugs.
Yeah, we were talking about. Okay.
That's all I got for you guys.
All right. So, what do you think? I mean, the Cleveland Utah game. Utah's a pretty good team this year, right?
Correct.
Yeah. They're a good team.
That ought to be an interesting game to watch. Now, I saw something interesting earlier when I was perusing through the NBA stuff, and you know what? I don't know if I can find that again, but it was something to the effect. Yeah, actually, here it is right here. It's something to the effect that Bradley Beal insists that the Washington fans should not cheer Kevin Durant.
Why?
Question?
Why?
Question mark. Why is he saying that?
Well,
Why?
he's just saying that the fans should not cheer for Kevin Durant.
Okay.
You know the whole thing
Does
with
he have
Kevin
a
Durant.
reason? Does he have a reason?
I don't see one anywhere. I mean, I've looked up and down this thing. I don't see one anywhere as far as an explanation.
Isn't he from Washington?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Kevin Durant is originally from Washington, the Washington area. Yeah.
Right.
Correct.
That doesn't make sense.
I don't get that. That's so stupid. I don't get that one bit.
Let me read this really quick to you. Kevin Durant and Bradley Beal are on the same team when it comes to this. Before the Oklahoma City Thunder arrived to square off the Wizards on Tuesday, they don't want Verizon Center fans cheering the favorite son in an attempt to placate him before he becomes an unrestricted free agent next summer. In fact, they loathe it.
Get out of here.
It is disrespectful because he plays for Oklahoma City, said Beal, who is questionable because of a sore left shoulder tonight. He doesn't play for Washington. I guess it's just, what is it? He's afraid that they're going to get Durant and there's not going to be enough money for him?
I'm confused. I mean, I could see, okay, so this is how I see it. I can see why he's like that, but at the same time, he shouldn't be, right? Because, you can't stop the fans. They want Durant more than you. You're not
exactly
you're not
the reason the fans fill these seats in the arena.
Right. You're not. I mean, Bradley Beal's a great player, and I really don't want to impede him, but I think it's I think it's understandable that.
Look, Morgan, one thing you need to understand about this show, if somebody deserves to be put in their place, go ahead and do it.
Yeah, so this is me. So Bradley Beal, I realize this show's more on the edge. So much, I love the show. Bradley Beal needs to stop because Bradley Beal is the third best player on that team, I'd say.
Probably.
I would say
maybe fourth
best player on that team. John Wall. I even consider Gortat number 2, 3-ish. I think he's an important factor. And I forgot. I think Otto Porter. I even like Otto Porter a little bit better than him because he actually.
Don't they have Nene as well?
Yeah, they have Nene, but
Nene?
his placement is slightly down a little bit. But I like him as well. And these are the people I like when they're going into these things and making things happen. And so for me, as I see this and as things are going, I really like that they're trying to get Kevin Durant. Now, the way that they're doing it, it's not going to work as much, but it also, we have to put in consideration that Kevin Durant did not re-sign when he had the chance to, and so it is in consideration that he could go to the Wizards. If Kevin Durant got
Kevin Durant got the Wizards. Oh, somebody came in and started talking to him right now.
Yeah,
okay.
Sorry, and then basically Kevin Durant is a main vocal point that for that team can actually get them to the Eastern Conference Finals and even probably get them into the actual finals. I think with Kevin Durant, they're a completely different team. You have John Wall and you have Kevin Durant. John Wall, not as good as Westbrook, but John Wall will actually is fast. I think John Wall has better point guard skills than Russell Westbrook.
Okay, but if you're a Kevin Durant, do you really want to go play for Washington?
No, but I'm not from Washington, so I can't say that. He's from Washington, so.
Honestly, with the pieces they have in place right now, I could see Kevin Durant going in there and making an impact to the positive.
Right.
Because
I think they need more than him there.
Look, if you got Beal and you got Wall, you got Gortat, you got Nene, Otto Porter.
They're not going to be able to. They're not going to be able to afford them all. No. They're not going to be able to afford them all.
That's why you trade. That's why you trade a piece or two before before the free agency hits, because they're not going to be able to afford them all.
If they do that, then they're going after him. If they don't do that, then who knows what the hell they're doing?
Well,
because they're not going to be able to keep all of.
They're the odds-on favorites to where he's allegedly going to sign. You know what I'm saying? So, but he doesn't want to talk about it right now. And I don't blame him.
No, he doesn't want to talk about it at all. And I don't really blame him
at all. I'm just saying that I think that is in his consideration. I think Bradley Beal just needs to get over it, and they will probably cheer for him because the fans do want Kevin Durant. I'm pretty sure that any team would want Kevin Durant. Come to Orlando, for goodness sake. But at the end of the day, that's not going to happen. I know that. I'm just saying that.
Come to New York. New York.
Every team would like a Kevin Durant. Like, you want Kevin Durant. But, I really think that for him, with the new coaching, it really is up in the air. It really depends on how this year plays out. So we'll see.
Okay.
It's good. Well, yeah, and he's not going to talk about it all year, and he's going to keep it under his hat. So we're not going to really know until it actually happens, I bet you. He's going to go on the tour, and every team is going to go after him anyway. So we got to listen to that. Right. But what are you going to do?
Michael says no because his agents are.
Hey, John. Welcome to the show.
His agents definitely are.
Yeah, well, his agents will, but he'll go and visit teams as well. He'll go on team visits for sure. He'll go to L.A. He'll probably go to New York. He'll go to Washington. He'll go to Chicago. He's not going to go to Cleveland because they sure as hell can't afford him.
They've already broken the bank, so.
I mean, right now with their salary cap and including their tax, they're at $175 million payroll.
I just caught a bad vision. Of the San Antonio Spurs manipulating how they are notoriously good for doing.
Oh my
and
God.
Kevin Durant winds up on the San Antonio Spurs.
How would that even? How would they even do that?
That's because
San Antonio finds a way to do things.
Well, that's because Duncan and all those guys are going to probably retire. So now they got all that money to play
but they might take pay cuts just to have them come.
You're damn right there.
That is going to be completely insane and absurd if that happens.
Might as well just give the trophy
to
San
Antonio. You might as well
Antonio.
just go ahead and quit the league, dude. What? That's what in the world?
Yeah, that's you know what? But it could. You never know. Like I said, San Antonio has a way. Yeah. They have a way of manipulating loopholes and whatever else there is, salary caps, this, that, and the other. Okay, so it wouldn't surprise me if they were to pull off something like that, it would just be disgusting.
They're gonna
stop. Don't.
You know, it's our job to put that kind of news out there and those possibilities as well. I mean, we wouldn't have the fiery discussions we have if we didn't.
And it's my job to completely pollute that discussion right now.
Yeah, you go, boy.
Thanks to Pat New York Riley, huh?
Yes, he screwed it up. Isaiah Thomas screwed it up.
And Trestman? Was it Trestman's fault?
Trying to fix it. Trestman is a terrible offensive coordinator. He needs to go back to Canada, where he came from.
How do you get to Trestman?
He screwed up because Morgan just mentioned him. He screwed up freaking Jay Cutler. Now he's screwing up Joe Flacco. Get the hell out of here, Trestman.
I just like him.
Okay, just to really quick get us off the subject of football. Updates in the NBA. 6:06 to go in the second quarter, and the Cleveland Cavaliers are currently up 38-30 on the Utah Jazz. 6:03 to go in Washington, and the Oklahoma City Thunder holds a 10-point lead, 47-37 over the Wizards. In Miami, not looking good early for the Lakers. They are down 15-4 with 8:09 left in the first quarter. And with 6:38 remaining in the first quarter, north of the border, the New York Knicks hold a 13-6 lead over the Toronto Raptors.
Yeah, that ain't nothing. They're going to end up losing that game, too. Damn Knicks.
Well, wait, haven't the Raptors lost 2 in a row now?
Yeah, but they're playing the Knicks. Come on.
The Raptors are the team that you want to get really hype about, but you need to stop getting hype about.
They're playing Toronto for Jiminy Cricket's sake.
Toronto is in Canada.
Correct, and it's a hockey town.
Right. So, even though Drake really wants them to be good, it's not going to happen. I'm sorry.
Hey, Morgan?
Yeah.
You're going to love me.
Uh-oh.
I just received an email from... Yes, we're going to do it. Okay.
Bortles?
Next week, hopefully next time. No, I'm working on that too for you, buddy. I got an Atlanta Falcons writer coming on next week for you, pal.
Oh, yes. I definitely need to hear what he's saying, because I'm in distraught. I'm upset. I need some good news. So hopefully he's got
some guidance, right?
Seriously.
I got an Atlanta writer coming on next week. I'm working on a Jacksonville writer for you, my friend.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jacksonville writer, we can talk about Bortles, we can talk about let's talk about the Falcons.
I sent out, just to let you know, I sent out 18 emails last night. So I'm working on some writers, my friend.
Hey, that's what I do.
Just to let you know, as the football season starts to wind down, that's when the basketball writers will start popping up.
Correct. And I'm all ready for those too.
You're going to want to be around for that too. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Michael,
right now we're in football mode, so.
I'm definitely upset, because the Colts are playing Atlanta, and I have very little confidence in Atlanta right now. Very little.
They're playing in Indianapolis?
It doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter where they play. They could play in the middle of the ocean.
It doesn't. You're right.
They're so bad.
They could play in the Atlantic time zone? Is that what you're saying?
I'll take Bortles, Johnny Football, DJ Shockley. I'll take Lambert, who's playing at UGA right now, and bring him up to Atlanta over Matt Ryan right now. That's how upset I am with Matt Ryan.
Matt Ryan looks like hot garbage right now. You're right.
Horrible. I'll take Andrew Luck.
It's terrible.
Terrible.
Yeah, but that's good, Jeff. I definitely want to hear what the Atlanta Sports.
Yeah, so don't forget tomorrow's show, we got John Marks. We're going to be talking Philadelphia Eagles football tomorrow. 6:45 interview tomorrow, 3:45 on the West. Tomorrow right here on Sports World Radio. He's been on the show before. He's coming on tomorrow. On Thursday, we got Jacob Klinger talking Steelers football. And then on Friday, we got Kevin Duffy talking Patriots football. And I'm already starting to line up writers for next week as well. So come on in for all week long. All interviews are at 6:45 Eastern during this week. So get ready for that. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I believe I have them all coming on Blab. That's right.
Cool.
That's going to be great. The only one that's not coming on Blab is Kevin Duffy. We're going to call him, bring him in via phone. But everybody else is coming on Blab, so it's going to be a lot of fun. And we got the Atlanta rider coming in next week. We're just working on the days right now with him. So he'll be coming in next week. And next week also, Denver Broncos rider coming in as well. So we're planning out next week as well. It's going to be a lot of fun. How about that?
Busy week.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, I sent out 18 stinking emails last night, man, to get some writers on the show.
Hey, sometimes you got to go all out, right?
You know?
He stayed up a lot longer than I did, that's for sure. Anyway, really quick for NHL fans, just want to run through the scores real quick. End of the first period, St. Louis Blues, no score with the New Jersey Devils. After the first period at Madison Square Garden, the New York Rangers lead Carolina 2-0. Colorado Avalanche lead the Flyers after the first period 1-0. At the end of the first in Columbus, the Vancouver Canucks and the Columbus Blue Jackets are tied at 2. 11:35 to go in the first. Washington and Detroit are tied at 0. And 12:31 to go in the first in Tampa. Buffalo leads 1-0. That game's on NBCSN. And with 12:47 left in the first, the Calgary, Florida game is also tied at 1. And the last two games of the night, Ottawa, Nashville, Winnipeg, Minnesota, will be starting shortly.
Morgan, you know Darryl Ledbetter out there in Atlanta?
I do not.
That's who's coming on the show next week.
Darryl Ledbetter. Yeah. Sounds familiar. If I looked him up, I'd probably figure out who that is, but I don't know.
On next week.
Which publication is he with?
It says he's with who's he with? CMG. CMG. Yeah, he's coming on next week.
I would imagine the G stands for Georgia. What's the rest?
I'm working.
No idea.
Cash money, Georgia.
Cash money, Georgia.
Yeah, there you go. What's up, AJ? How you doing? Welcome to the show, buddy. Hey, Furcon, is that you? Furcon, I'm doing something special for you. I've been waiting for you to come in here. Don't leave right away. Furcon, I've contacted a bunch of Oakland Raider writers just for you, my friend. And I'm working on getting some Raider writers in here. So for you. All right, buddy?
I want to put out a big hello to AJ Watkins. He's in the room. Good friend AJ.
What up, AJ?
One of my favorite brothers around, man.
Hey, tomorrow's show, just a quick reminder, we got John Marks talking Eagles football. On Thursday, Jacob Klinger talking Steelers football. And on Friday, Kevin Duffy talking Patriots football. And next week, we already got two writers set up for Denver Broncos and the Atlanta Falcons. And I'm working on some more.
Yeah, Atlanta Falcons.
Okay, and before we go off the air, the final updates from the NBA. 3:24 left in the half. 43-39 lead for the Cleveland Cavaliers over Utah. 3:30 to go in the half. Thunder leading the Wizards 54-41. 5:02 remaining in quarter number one. Miami leads the Lakers 20-10. And with 4:41 to go in the first quarter, the New York Knicks lead the Toronto Raptors 15-10.
There you have it.
Boom.
What's up, AJ? How you doing, man? Long time.
There you have it. Don't forget, we do Sports World Radio each and every Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. on the East, 3 p.m. on the West. If you just happen to live anywhere else, figure that crap out for yourself.
Hey, AJ, if you got a second, jump in the box, man. I haven't seen you in a while. I would like to say hello.
Yeah, before we get on out, there he is.
Before we get on out of here, man.
Pretty quick, huh? What's up, AJ?
Hey,
what's up, AJ?
What's up, AJ?
What's up, Morgan? How y'all doing?
How you doing, man?
Doing good.
Good, man. Good. I just came to rock out with you fellas. Saw y'all was live, man. I thought I'd jump on Blab for a little bit. Say what's up.
That's really cool, man. That's really cool.
Good to have you, buddy.
Good to see you. It's been a while.
That's good. I like what y'all got right here, man. That's cool. Creating some content, doing your own sports talk show.
Appreciate that.
For sure.
Feel free to pop in anytime, man.
All right.
All right, cool.
All right, AJ.
Thanks, buddy.
Take care, buddy.
There goes Elliot's friend AJ just hopping in to say hello to us. Yeah, it's about our time to get the flock out of here, ain't it?
Absolutely.
You like that, right? You like
Make like geese.
Act like geese and flock out of here. I want to thank everybody for hanging out with us today. We had a lot of fun. Hope you did too. Just a quick reminder, John Mark, 6:45 tomorrow, talking Eagles football. Get ready for that. Until then, my friends, remember, you only have one life to live. Live it long, live it strong, and live it proud. And please don't forget, life may suck, but the alternative is unacceptable. Peace out, everybody. Until tomorrow, we will see you again. Adios.
Thanks, Morgan.
No
Thanks,
problem,
Morgan.
guys.
Thanks for listening to Sports World Radio with your hosts, Jeff Escow and Elliot Big E Lomba. Online, sportsworldradio.com. Sports World Radio, the equal opportunity ripper. We'll catch you next time.
Yeah, bitches.